Welcome back, friends, to Sacred Flow's CPR program, where we are enhancing your innate ability, something that you already have inside of you. I'm not giving you any new tools. You already have the ability to live with clarity, compassion, and radical amazement. All this program is doing is enhancing that which is already within you. Well, today we are in our last lesson in the section of our curriculum on clarity. And this lesson is titled Intention. Now, Tiffany Jewell, who wrote the amazing book, This Book is Anti-Racist, she says this: "You are everything that is within you and everything that surrounds you." So today, as we practice our yoga, bring with you a sense of intention, of celebrating who you are created to be and all the things that have an influence on your life. Let's take a moment to work on the breath pattern that we will be practicing throughout all of our yoga practices. This breath pattern is essential to our practice because if you're not breathing, you are not doing yoga. And if at any point in any of the practices it just gets to be too much, come back to this easy seated position, close your eyes, and just practice the breath. So the breath pattern we use is called the complete yogic breath. So I'll teach it in 3 parts, and then we'll practice the breath all together. So bring the hands to the belly. And as you inhale, feel the belly push out a little bit, filling up. And then as you exhale, bring the belly button back to the spine. Don't yank it back, just gently pull it back so that you're releasing all that extra air. Try that again. Inhale, fill the belly. And exhale, pull the belly gently back to the spine. All right, now we're going to add the second part. So breathe into the belly and then expand the breath to fill up the rib cage. You can even bring your hands onto your rib cage. So inhale into the belly and feel the breath expand to the rib cage. And then exhale from the rib cage and then use the belly to push out any extra air. Let's try that again. Inhale into the belly, expand through the rib cage, and then exhale from the rib cage and use the belly. Nice. Now the third part is find your collarbones. These bones right up here at the top, you can feel them, and then feel the soft space right beneath. Now inhale into the belly, expand the breath into the rib cage, and see if you can feel the breath all the way at your fingertips. And then exhale from the fingertips, rib cage, and belly. Now for some of us, it's really difficult to feel the breath right here where the fingertips are. Some of us can feel it actually at the top of the rib cage, which is kind of located right underneath the armpit. Sometimes we can pay attention to the feeling of the breath there. Either way, front or back, what we want is this 3-part breath where we fill up the belly, expand through the chest, and lift up all the way, and then exhale, almost like you're coming down a water slide from the top, middle, and then use the belly. Let's try this breath 3 times. One more. Last one. Enjoy the rest of your practice. Let's begin to link breath and movement. So today we're going to begin with a seated cat-cow. So as you inhale, you slide the hands back to the hips, open up the chest and look up. And as you exhale, the hands slide to the knees, you tuck the chin and you bring the belly button back to the spine. Inhale, slide the hands to the hips, open the chest and look up. As you exhale, slide the hands to the knees, tuck the chin, and round the spine. Inhale, hands to hips, open the front of the body. Exhale, hands to knees, close the front of the body. 2 more, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. And inhale, come back to neutral spine and take a pause. And now let's find our way to our full cat-cow, where we're gonna add a little bit of different movement. So we're in this tabletop shape, this crawl position, and let's take 3 cat-cows. So inhale, soften the belly and look up, and exhale, tuck the chin and round the spine. Inhale, soften the belly and look up. Exhale, tuck the chin and round the spine. Inhale, the back makes a U shape. Exhale, the back makes a rainbow. And then come to a flat back. Now, bring the toes of the left foot onto the mat and then straighten the left leg with the toes still on the mat. Reach the right arm out in front of you like you're gonna shake somebody's hand, and then take a breath. And then lift the left toes up off the mat. Now circle the wrist and the ankle in one direction, and then circle the wrist and the ankle in the other direction. And then find stillness and take an inhale. And exhale everything back down to the mat. 3 cat-cows. Inhale, soften the belly and look up. And exhale, tuck the chin and round the spine. Inhale, soften the belly and look up. Exhale, tuck the chin and round the spine. Inhale, your back makes a U shape. And exhale, your back makes a rainbow. And now come to a flat back. Get the right toes on the mat and then stretch that right leg out long with the toes still on the mat. Reach that left hand out in front of you like you're going to shake somebody's hand and take a breath. And then float the right toes up off the mat. Circle the wrist and ankle in one direction and then in the other direction. Find stillness, take a breath, and then bring everything back down to the mat. Tuck both toes under, lift the hips high for downward facing dog, and take 3 breaths. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk the feet to the hands. Inhale, come up halfway, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, press the palms, and exhale the hands to heart center. We're going to begin to warm up the body with our Sun A and Sun B movements. Now these flows remain the same every time. In Sun A, you can always guarantee that we're going to move our body forward and back, and also add a movement that makes us go side to side. And then in Sun B, we add some sort of spinal twist. So let us begin our warm-up. Come to the short side of your mat, which I will call the top of the mat, and take a full breath. Then lift your toes and place them down. Lift the heels and place them down. Rock side to side. And now push through all 4 corners of both feet. You'll feel the leg muscles engage, the belly engage just a little bit. And then inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, press the palms, and then exhale the hands to heart center. Take a full breath. Let's begin our Sun A. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, grab for the left wrist, and as you exhale, lift up and over to the right side, getting a nice side body stretch. I'll show you and I'll turn. You look like a half moon or a banana shape. And then inhale, come back to center. Switch wrists, grab for the right wrist. And as you exhale, lift up and over to the left side. And then you're making that half moon or banana shape on the other side. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, fold all the way forward, just as far as you can. You can place your hands on the ground or on your ankles. And then inhale, slide your hands up the legs just a little bit and bring the body up halfway. Then exhale, your fingertips to the mat, step your feet back and you're in a high plank position. And then lower the body all the way down to the mat. As you inhale, straighten the arms just as much as you can, gaze is forward. And then exhale, bring the hips back to the heels and the forehead all the way down to the mat with your arms outstretched. Inhale, come to a tabletop or a crawl shape. Exhale, tuck the toes under, lift the hips high for downward facing dog. Press down through the wrists, through the palms, and bring some weight into each finger. Shift the chest back towards the thighs. You'll feel the hips lift a little higher. And then walking your dog means that you bend one knee and bring the opposite heel to the ground. And then you bend the other knee and bring the other heel to the ground. And you just go back and forth. Now find stillness and take a full breath. Then inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, walk the feet to the hands. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, forward fold again. Tuck the chin. Inhale, slowly rise all the way up. And now grab the left wrist and exhale, bend up and over to the right side. Inhale, back to center. Grab the right wrist and exhale, lift up and over to the left side. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, forward fold. Tuck the chin. Inhale, press up on something and come up halfway. Exhale your fingertips to the mat, step your feet back, and you're in that high plank position. And then lower the body all the way down. Inhale, straighten the arms and open up the chest, shoulders down out of the ears. Exhale, hips to heels, forehead to the mat, arms outstretched. This is called child's pose. Inhale, back to that tabletop or crawl shape. Exhale, tuck the toes under, lift the hips high for downward facing dog. Now shake your head yes, release tension in the back of the neck, give us a no. Pedal out your feet, walking your dog. And then find stillness and take a full breath. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, walk the feet to the hands. Inhale, come up halfway, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, and exhale, grab the left wrist and bend to the right. Inhale, back to center, grab the right wrist, and exhale, lift up and over to the left side. Inhale, back to center, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slide your hands up the legs and bring the body up halfway. Exhale, fingertips to the mat, step your feet back for a plank position, and then lower the body all the way down. Inhale, straighten the arms, open up the chest, shoulders down out of the ears. Exhale, hips to heels, forehead to the mat in child's pose. Inhale, lift up to that crawl shape, tabletop position. Exhale, tuck the toes under, lift the hips high for downward facing dog. And stay here for 2 full breaths. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk the feet to the hands. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Press the palms and exhale the hands to heart center. And just take a pause here to notice any change that you're feeling in the body, the warmth, maybe the energy moving, maybe a sense of peace. Take one more breath. And now we'll begin to warm up. In Sun B, we warm up the hips and we add that rotation, that twist in the spine. So inhale, stand up tall, and exhale, bend both knees like you're sitting back in a chair. Sometimes the tailbone likes to stick out. Round the tailbone down to the mat. Then look down at your feet, make sure you can see your toes, so you don't want your knees over your toes. You want the weight in your heels. Then inhale, reach the arms forward, and you are in Utkatasana, or chair pose. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, sweep the right arm down and back. Follow the hand with your eyes. And then bring the hand down and back forward, following the hand with your eyes. Take an inhale. And then exhale the left hand down and back. Follow the hand with your eyes. And inhale, bring the hand down and forward, following with your eyes. Then when the hands are back forward, rise all the way up and reach back for a little back bend. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fingertips to the mat. Step the right foot back. Bend the left knee. Now that back heel finds the mat, and my foot is kind of on an edge, a corner. But the left foot is facing forward. Then inhale the arms up to the sky. And here you are in your first warrior one. Lift the toes. Reposition the heels. Take a full breath. Inhale. And exhale the hands down to the mat. Step the right foot forward. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, fingertips to the mat. Now step the left foot back. Bend the right knee. And then inhale the arms up to the sky. Shoulders down out of the ears. The gaze can be up or just straight ahead. Lift the toes, lift the heels, just finding our first warrior one. Take an inhale. One more inhale. And exhale your hands down to the mat. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Press the palms. And as you bring the hands to heart center, bend both knees, sitting back in the chair. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Exhale that right arm down and back. The gaze follows. Inhale, bring it down and forward. Exhale the left arm down and back. Inhale, bring it down and forward. Rise up, reach back, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fingertips to the mat. Step the right foot back. Bend the left knee. Inhale the arms up to the sky. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale the hands back down to the mat. Step it forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fingertips to the mat. Step the left foot back. Bend the right knee. Inhale the arms high. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale the hands back down to the mat. Step the left foot forward. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Press the palms. And as the hands come to heart center, you sit back in the chair. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Exhale, right arm down and back. Inhale, bring it down and forward. Exhale, left arm down and back. Inhale, bring it down and forward. Rise up, reach back. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fingertips to the mat, step the right foot back, bend the left knee, and inhale, the arms high. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, the hands back down, step it forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fingertips to the mat, step the left foot back, bend the right knee. Inhale, lift the arms high. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, the hands back down to the mat. Step the left foot forward. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Press the palms. And exhale, the hands to heart center. Take a moment to notice the change in your breath, the beating of your heart. And the change in the body. Maybe you're starting to warm up. The Sun C is starting to feel very familiar in our bodies, although we're doing some fun things to switch it up a little bit. This is the last week with this series of poses. I hope you have enjoyed them, and let's do it one more time, adding on a different pose at the end. So let's step to the top of our mat. Bring our hands to heart center and take a breath. Now bring the hands to the hips. Step that right foot back. Bend the left knee deep, tracking it over the second toe. We still want to see that big toe. Reach the arms up overhead. Choose where you want your gaze to focus on, either forward or up between the hands, and take 3 breaths in this strong warrior one pose. Now bring the left hand forward, the right hand back. Shift the feet to really open up the hips. Squeeze between the shoulder blades to open up the chest. Gaze over the front fingers in this strong warrior 2 shape. Take 3 breaths. Reach for that left wrist. Straighten the left knee and reach the arms up and over, gently pulling on that left wrist to get a nice side body stretch. Choose where your gaze goes, either forward or up between the hands, and take 3 breaths. Now float the arms out to a T. Both legs are straight. Reach those left fingertips past the left toes, poking out that right hip. Float the left hand down. Touch something just gently. Reach the right fingertips up to the sky. Gaze up at those right fingers and take 3 breaths. Gaze down at the left toes. Bring the upper body up. And then shift the feet where the heels are forward, inside, and the toes are out, and the arms are spread wide. Open up the chest. Shift the hips forward. Tilt the chin up. Gaze up at the ceiling, and take 3 breaths. Now look forward. Shift those toes forward. Take an inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Find a shape that works for you. I invite you this time to grab opposite elbows and sway side to side. That might be something new. Wherever you are, take 3 breaths. And then place the hands on the mat. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, walk the hands towards the right foot. Turn the right toes to face the back of the mat. Bend the right knee. Spin the back heel up off the mat. Leave the left hand down and twist the upper body over to the right side, reaching the right fingertips up to the sky. Gaze up at the right fingers and take 3 breaths. Bring that right hand down to the ground, and then the right foot joins the left foot at the back of the mat. And here we are in plank pose. And in plank, we want to push the mat away from us, but we want some weight in the feet, as well as weight in the wrists, in the palms, in the fingers. Lengthen the back of the neck by tucking the chin just a little bit, and take 3 breaths. And then shift the hips up high, pushing the chest back towards the thighs. We're in downward facing dog, tucking the chin just slightly. And take 3 breaths. Then inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, walk the feet to the hands towards the back of the mat. Inhale, come up halfway, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Press the palms up overhead, and exhale the hands to heart center, and take a breath. Now bring the hands to the hips. Step that left foot back. Bend the right knee. We're coming into that warrior 1 shape with the right foot forward this time. So settle the feet in position. Feel the hips. Twist in the upper body so you're facing that right leg. Reach the arms up overhead, strong arms. Choose to look forward or to look up between the hands, and then take 3 breaths. The right hand goes forward, left arm goes back, open up the chest, open up the feet, gaze over those front fingers. Here we are in a warrior 2 shape, so strong warrior, and take 3 breaths. Reach for that right wrist. Straighten the right knee, and then gently pull the right wrist up and over towards the front of the mat, getting that nice side body stretch on the right side. Choose to look forward or to look up at the hands, and then take 3 breaths. Float the arms out to a T. Keep both legs straight. And then reach the right fingertips past the right toes. That left hip pokes out. Float that right hand down on something. Reach the left hand up to the sky. Gaze up at the left fingers and take 3 breaths. Look down at the right toes. Float the upper body up, and then switch the feet to where the heels are in, toes are out, arms reach wide, take up as much space as possible. Also, open up the front of the body as much as you can, and take 3 breaths. Now your gaze has been up. So now shift your gaze forward. Turn the toes to the long side of the mat. Take an inhale and exhale, forward fold. Grab for opposite elbows, maybe different. Maybe your right hand was on top and this time your left hand is on top. And then just gently rock side to side. Or take another arm movement or arm position that we've done before and take 3 breaths. Place your hands down on the mat, bringing the upper body halfway up. Take an inhale. Exhale, walk the hands towards the left toes, turning the left toes to the front of the mat, bending the left knee deep. That back heel spins up off the mat. Leave the right hand down on the mat as you twist the upper body over to the left side, reaching the left fingertips up to the sky. Gaze follows the left fingers and take 3 breaths. Bring that left hand back down to the mat. Now the left foot joins the right foot at the back of the mat. We find plank. Push away the mat with the hands, strengthening the shoulders. Engage the belly or the core, the hips. Feel some weight in the toes. Also lengthen the back of the neck. And here we stay for another 3 breaths. And lift the hips high for downward facing dog. You can have those little movements here or just find stillness and take 3 breaths. Gaze forward between the hands. And walk the feet towards the hands. Inhale, come up halfway, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, press the palms, and exhale the hands to heart center. Let's begin to release that full and complete yogic breath, that beautiful pattern that we've created for our practice. And just come back to the natural rhythm of our breath as we slow our practice down. Go ahead and lie down fully on the mat. And then sweep the arms up overhead and grab for opposite elbows. Now we're going to lift the upper body up and bring it over to the top right corner of the mat. And then slide your feet to the bottom right corner of the mat. I like to take my right foot and cross it on top of the left. Both shoulders should be in the mat. Both hips should feel like they're resting in the mat. And you should feel a really deep stretch on the left side of the body. But see if you can release tension all the way from the fingertips, anywhere you find any tension, releasing it all the way down to your toes. And your body's in this banana shape. This is actually called banana asana. And then I invite you to close your eyes and follow the natural rhythm of your breath for 5 breaths. Then release this shape, bringing the upper body back to center, uncrossing the legs, reaching the arms out wide, and take a pause. And now grab for opposite elbows, maybe with a different arm on top this time. Lift the upper body up and bring it over to the left top corner of the mat, both shoulders still in the mat. Then slide both legs over to the bottom left corner of the mat. Now I'm going to take my left leg and cross the left ankle on top of the right ankle. Feeling a nice side body stretch along the right side. And then once I'm in this shape, softening all the muscles that don't need to be working right now. Allowing them to gently release tension and find a sense of rest even though we're in this banana asana shape. And then close your eyes and follow the natural rhythm of your breath for 5 breaths. Now bring the body back to center, upper body, release the arms, lower body, release the legs, finding your way to your final resting pose in Shavasana. Laying the body down on the mat, pressing the back side of the head softly into the ground, and then release. Pressing the right arm gently into the mat and release. Pressing the left arm into the mat just gently and release. Softly pressing the hips down into the earth and release. The right leg, press it down and release. And the left leg, gently pressing down and release. And now the entire body, from the crown of the head through the shoulders and arms, hips and legs. Pretend like you're giving the earth a final hug, pressing gently down and release. And now if you haven't already, I invite you to close your eyes to allow the body to get really still. The breath just naturally becomes a little more shallow. And you find rest. Now begin to deepen your breath. Sigh out the mouth. And wiggle your fingers and your toes. Just waking up the body gently. Maybe bend the elbows and circle the wrists. Point and flex the feet. And reach and stretch like you just woke up in the morning. Allow the knees to gently pull into the chest, wrapping your arms around them, and just pause here for a moment. And then choose one side and allow the entire body to move over onto that one side and take a full breath. And then push up with one hand and come back to an easy seated position. Bringing the hands to heart center. And now your facilitator has our closing moments of gratitude, but I just want to say to you, the light in me notices, observes, and appreciates the light in each one of you. Namaste.